I like to help people getting started. I am suggesting KDP because there are no real limitations. There's no application process. You get to tap into Amazon. I'm becoming a big KDP fanboy, like Nathaniel's a big Spark fanboy. You can test so many things and then start scaling your business. There is a lot of low to no content books that you can create, but on top of that, you can actually do a lot of partnership deals. Question of the week. Is Kindle Direct Publishing only for ebooks? Can you create hardcover books? Kindle Direct Publishing is not only for ebooks. You can use it for ebooks, and you can actually make money by selling ebooks. You cannot make hardcover books, but you can make softcover books. And you can make softcover books in many different sizes and many different page counts. They have different colors internal. And with color or black and white, there's just a lot of options. That's why I really like KDP, because of all the options. It just allows you to test, find what works best for you, find what works best for the customers, and be able to scale a business. And going outside more and doing a lot more partnership deals, KDP allows you to do publishing, print on demand publishing with books, not only to sell on the Amazon platform, which I like. I thought I heard you for a second, brother. How to
You did, but I don't have anything to add to this.
You look like you are
this
done.
This is all KDP. But I do think it's cool that you can sell ebooks as well, which is just a market that is not easy to tap into unless you're doing it directly through KDP, at least in my experience.
A strategy that I'm helping some people with is starting with the low and no content to get your feet wet and see just how to upload, how to do everything. Then when you start making more content heavy books, you can sell the softcover and the ebook right together on the same listing, and you can generate different amounts of money depending how you set it up and get more distribution through overseas. Because something that we stumbled into when we first started doing KDP 3 or 4 years ago, I can't remember now, is we sold a good amount of softcover books in I don't remember now if it was China or Japan.
China?
I'm sorry.
I think it was China.
Yeah. And that was just very interesting to me. And then we started targeting that market with ebooks, and I started having some success. I barely write English, so I was not translating any of those books. It was just interesting to me that we were able to reach a complete different market just because of some interesting targeting that we were doing. So the second question is how to tell if a book on Amazon is a KDP print book. I think this kind of comes from the way that I'm teaching people how to do research. As you're making low to no content books, you kind of are pigeonholed a little bit to compete with like kind books. There are journals, and I don't want to give away all the low content secrets, but there are journals, coloring books, and some other books that you can go after. It's very difficult to compete with non-KDP books. So looking for KDP books is beneficial. And how you're capable of doing that is the more research that you do, the more this will become second nature. But as you look at the listing, there should be things that kind of jump out to you. KDP allows you to only make the cover and the back, and there's no real lifestyle images. So you can see this one that has a little bit of an angle. They're also leather. Like, these should stand out and become more obvious in time that they are not KDP books, along with these spiral bound. We cannot do spiral bound as of March 3rd. We can't do
February.
spiral bound. They might add it. Oh, sorry, February. And then this one has a lock and key. We can't do that either. So these ones that are all black, your book cover doesn't have to be black. It just so happens that these are black, and they look very flat, and the edges look extremely sharp. These are KDP books. So I just highlighted them. Another way to tell is sold by Amazon. Again, this is not always a perfect system. I'm just trying to point out all the things that I know to help you guys as you're doing your research. So the other two are also KDP books. If you were to scroll down, you could also see that they were sold by Amazon. Let me actually go back a little bit. So you can see this one has an FBA seller and a sold by Amazon. This is more than likely a dead giveaway that this is not just a KDP book.
And another call out is just that was using DS Quick View
yes,
on that image.
So Kindle Direct Publishing listing, this is what they look like. They, to me, look very scarce compared to other Amazon listings. As you do more research, you can start to see the difference. I actually screen grab some to hopefully make it a little bit more apparent. But most, if not all, KDP books I guess I'll say this, as we're doing this, there are always exceptions to the rules. So that's why I'm trying to point out as many things as I can, because not every KDP book has a look inside. There are just some categories and subcategories that don't get them, but most KDP books will have this option to look inside. They will also have just 2 images, front and back, because that's all you're allowed to get. The pricing for the books are more than likely going to be, I don't want to say too much about the pricing, but it will look like this. It'll have a paperback with this prime pricing on there, and it should only be one seller. Again, there are some exceptions to the rules. The description also is not in bullet form, which is normally Amazon's MO. It's just like a formatted long form description that you get. You can do a little HTML code to give yourself some bullets, but they'll be right under the actual selling of the book. The description will be right under it. If you scroll down into the listing, you'll start to see the product details. The publisher is most of the time independently published. Some older books still say Create Publishing. KDP is now merged with CreateSpace. CreateSpace was Amazon's old way of allowing people to sell ebooks and softcover books. Now it's all merged into one, which is Kindle Direct Publishing. Most of the publishing will be this independent publisher. And then the book, the date that the book was published is just going to be on there also. Another kind of dead giveaway that it is a KDP book. If it's a journal, most journals do not have an ISBN number. Some coloring books do and do not. Almost all, I should say, again, there's always exception to rules. If it does have an ISBN, that might be another telltale sign that it is a KDP book. So here are some not Kindle Direct Publishing listings, also known as just normal Amazon listings. This should stand out to you and really give you a good idea of how much more robust regular Amazon listings are. You will get more lifestyle images. There'll be a lot more than just the front and the back options for the images. They'll also have the standard bullets off to the right here. If they have different choices, they'll be up here. No KDP book allows you to put multiple books together. They'll just be single listings and show the 2 different pictures. Another big giveaway is if you scroll down to where it says product descriptions, you'll have a lot more flavored text. It'll tell you the main features, the additional features, but the person that's making this listing inside Seller Central gets a lot more space to kind of write out what they want. You'll also see product information. You get a lot more of this information and the additional information. Most things have an ASIN, but you can see this one does not have an ISBN. It only shows the ASIN. How'd I do, brother? You look really like you fried out right now.
There's a lot of
Tapping
information
out already.
No, it was a lot of information. It was good though. And I think that, as people get interested in either Merch by Amazon or KDP, we're just trying to give you guys a full understanding of how to do things bit by bit. We've done these 1-hour, 2-hour, 3-hour long teachings where we're just like, sit down, here's a fire hose, try to drink up types of teaching. And we think that this is the easier way for us to just answer the questions that you guys have. So then you can go out and apply that to either making the decision of which platform do you want to start on, or in this case, it seems like pretty specific research questions were being asked, like, how do I know if this is KDP, another competitor, or if this is possible for me? And that's what we're trying to give you guys. So keep asking us questions. We're looking for questions from our YouTube comments to Facebook groups that we're in, personal messages, however you guys can ask those questions. That helps us know the direction that we should be taking these shows.